What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody had a nice July 4th. Appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my movie collection and things that I'm doing with movies here. And I am here today with kind of a mixed haul. I had kind of some bags laying on the floor. One of the bags is from Big Lots, and I've had it for probably a month now, and I just never had made a video about it. And it's just some DVDs and a couple of Blu-rays. But then I have a Dollar General haul that had a couple of really good things in it. The video started out today to be kind of a Dollar General haul, and so I was looking around it. There's not a lot of stuff in it, and the Dollar General haul started out. It was kind of a friend of mine on here kind of asked me to look for something around here in the area of Dollar General, which I wasn't able to find. Apparently, there's like a Hammer horror 4-movie collection that's it's basically a horror movie collection, but they're all Hammer movies that's floating around out there at some of these Dollar Generals apparently, and it's a Blu-ray set that's and they've been finding them up around like the Chicago area supposedly. I haven't seen any videos yet on them, but it's supposed to be kind of an expensive set, so I don't know if it's real or not. But I haven't looked in probably a week or so for it, so I don't know. I'm kind of letting Dollar General kind of reload because they're kind of slow about their reloading their stock, but they get really good stuff. But we'll start off today with our Dollar General load and Dollar General haul, excuse me. Basically, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel before we get started here. Like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever my videos come out. So what I want to start off with here is it was a really awesome find in Dollar General. I went in looking for something else and found this first thing. This was the Ultimate Gangsters collection. It was $19.95, and I just went ahead and grabbed it. I was like, well, it's probably $20. I said I'll probably look on Amazon and they'll have it for the same price because that's how a lot of these sets I've been finding in a Dollar General. So I went ahead and bought it because I've never have seen it before, especially in store. When I find stuff in Dollar General, I usually just go ahead and a lot of times I just buy when it's like these sets. I just buy them, and well, I went out to my truck, looked the price up on Amazon, and Amazon has it for like Amazon, at least at the time, had it for double the price. It was like $39.99 for this set. But this set, the Ultimate Gangsters Collection, it consists of, well, it's got Robinson, Cagney, and Bogart movies. It's got Little Caesars and The Petrified Forest, The Public Enemy, and White Heat. I think I've seen, the only one I've really seen is Little Caesar on here. Then that's pretty sure that's a Cagney movie there. I haven't opened this up. Would you guys like to see this unpackaging here? Let's unpackage this. I want to take a look at the inside of it. There was the back. I apologize. I didn't show you the back, but that's just a J card there on the back. That says movies you buy on the back. It looks like it came from Best Buy, don't it? That looks kind of like a Best Buy font. I'm not positive if that is, with where that is from, but maybe somebody out there can answer that for me. We'll open this one up on camera so we can take a look at it. Woo! Focusing. Focus. This is a pretty, yeah, it's a pretty heavy box. It did when I first started pulling it out there. It didn't feel like a real heavy box, but it is. Now that is a J card on there, and there's what's under it. And see the information. They put that J card on there without any information, hardly at all. And let's see here. Now Little Caesar was Edward G. Robinson. My bad. Public Enemy, okay, that's James Cagney. I can't remember which one of the two I've seen. I've seen one of the two. But The Petrified Forest I have not seen. That is a Humphrey Bogart movie, which I'm really interested in, because if you guys see my Instagram, I recently got a Bogart set, which I've seen several Bogart movies, but not everything. It's just like everything else. They just back in those days, they just pumped out so many movies. It's hard to watch everything. But I love the old movies. And White Heat's another Cagney movie. The bonus DVD has a feature-length documentary, Public Enemies, the golden age of gangster film, the gangster film. So, but here's what the inside looks. It comes with a nice hardback book. I like these little mini hardbacks. These are almost reminiscent of the quality of a digibook. You know, the ones that come with the DVD. They're kind of that same. They feel the same. Smell good. Don't have much of a smell. But there's kind of what the inside of it looks like. The front side's the same. It's just got different pictures. You know. Pretty cool stuff here. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to dive into these Blu-rays. This is a really cool set to find. Here's what the Blu-rays look like. They obviously all had the same look. Just a wonderful set to find. I love finding these sets in there. I love sets for multiple movie sets. But I love the old movies too. You know, gangster movies are not at the top of my list of favorite movies, but this era kind of are the kind of noir-esque gangster movies I really enjoy. So there's the gangster. I've spent a lot of time on this. This is the Ultimate Gangsters Collection Classics. There's the back again. There's their side. Upside down. Right side up. There you go. It's a Warner Brothers collection, as you can see. I can't wait to dive into this. Next up are another Blu-ray. I picked this up. It's The Judge. I didn't have this. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Duvall. It's been a long time since I've seen it. This is a pretty cool little movie here. But it's The Judge. Let's see who's in it here. Looks like Billy Bob Thornton's in it. Vera Farmiga is in it. Vera Farmiga. Jeremy Strong. Dax Shepard's in it as well. And Billy Bob Thornton. Very interesting cast there. Yeah, like I was saying, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I can't remember everybody in it, but looking forward to watching this again. But The Judge. Next movie I haven't seen is called The Eagle. It's a Channing Tatum movie, and Jamie. You'll recognize the actor. This is The Eagle. You recognize that guy right there. I'll have to look on the back here and see what that actor's name is. Jamie Bell. And this is The Eagle. You can see there. I am having all kinds of focusing trouble today. I don't know what's happening. I'm eventually just going to have to set this thing up in its own manual focus mode so it don't have autofocus. Because I don't know why it's doing. I don't know if I'm hitting it with that light or something that's causing it to go out of focus. I don't know what's going on. It's just autofocus, how it works sometimes. This is a focus feature. Speaking of focus, let's see who Kevin McDonald directed it. I need to look up Kevin McDonald because I've seen his name a few times come up in movies he's directed. Donald Sutherland's in this movie as well, so this looks pretty cool. In the 2nd century, Britain celebrated Roman soldier Marcus Aquila Channing Tatum embarks on a dangerous quest to restore the tarnished reputation of his father and find golden emblem that disappeared from him and 1,000 of troops 20 years earlier. From through 20 years earlier, yeah. This looks like a fun little movie. I kind of like that era of filmmaking, so we'll take a look at this. Like I'm saying, it's just I don't know. It's just a movie I picked up. I want to check out, and then that's about it. I don't have much to say about it. This is another movie I haven't saw, but it's just one of these kind of Saturday afternoon dumb comedies. You know, it's a haunted house. I just always like these movies, but the problem is I kind of quit watching them because they kind of got worse and worse and worse after Scary Movie. They just went downhill and they just became kind of bad parody movies. You know, you had movies like obviously the great, Naked Gun movies and stuff were just awesome, but then those movies got copied so much and they just got terrible throughout the years. And we see who directed this. And some of those movies in the early 2000s were even Michael Todd's. I can't see. Yeah, something like that. It's hard to read here. But I like David Koechner, this fellow right here. David Koechner on it. Marlon Wayans. And it looks like that is Cedric the Entertainer on there. So it should be interesting. Okay, yeah, Marlon Wayans, Cedric the Entertainer star in this sticker on here. See, that's another one of those movies you buy. Maybe that's a Dollar General sticker on there. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this was like a fun movie. I'm very interested in watching it. No, I'm not. To be honest, I sometimes I say this stuff on here. I mean, it's a movie that, yeah, I'll probably watch just because I'm not expecting much out of it. But I like it. I enjoy watching movies like this. I don't, I don't, like most people know, I'm not a big fan of horror. And you think, well, why don't you just watch horror? Because a lot of those are kind of like that. They're just independent movies. They're not really that great. I agree, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know why I don't dislike horror. I mean, I appreciate the independent spirit of the things, but in the low budget filmmaking, I enjoy that, especially with the special effects people in some of the good ones. I just don't, I don't know. I just don't see. For what they're doing, they just don't blow me away. They're just not like, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to make a movie like that, that's the thing about, if you watch Clerks, Clerks I mean, I like black and white, so that didn't offend me in there. But, the way it's made is in the way the dialogue's handled and the way the direction is in the movies, it's really well done. The actors, for working with amateur actors and those people in there, some of them were theatrical and had some theater experience at the time, but he had a good eye for choosing good actors, and they did a good job. They looked like they were fairly natural in the movie. They didn't, and like a lot of these horror movies just don't pull that off. They just don't have good acting. Everything's bad, and and a lot of times, but some movies I see in the direction is pretty good. Like the technical side of things is decent, but I just don't like bad acting performances, and I see that a whole lot. The next one's a steelbook I picked up. I can't pass up steelbooks, and this is The Hangover Part 2 for $3.95. It's hard to pass up a steelbook for $3.95, so there's not much I can say about this. It's the Hangover movies. I already have The Hangover, all of them on Blu-ray. But anytime I pick up a steelbook that cheap, I'm going to pick it up. I think everybody else is in agreement with that. And the last Dollar General movie here is a DVD, and it's a Frank Sinatra movie for $3.95. Step Lively. And this has George Murphy, Frank Sinatra, Gloria de Haven, the Haven, Gloria de Haven. Well, I said I was thinking I had de Havilland in my mind, but it wasn't her. And I can't see the rest for the sticker here. But this is a Gordon Miller. Gordon Miller has hit blah blah blah. I can't read it. Playwright whose real talent in his singing voice. But now it's probably a musical, but I don't know. I've heard of this before. It should be interesting. This is young Frank Sinatra, so it's interesting to see him at a young age like that. I like the old movies, so it might be an interesting movie. I don't know. I'm not a big musical person either, but they're not. I like all movies. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. So, if it's a good musical, it'll be all right. But that's a Frank Sinatra, Step Lively. It's from the Warner Brothers Frank Sinatra collection. So I don't know if they ever put out like a whole box set of this collection, or these are just like individual titles. Before we move on to the Big Lots, I did one day. I was Dollar Tree hunting, and next to the Dollar Tree was a Goodwill store. And this was a documentary I found. This is called "Exit Through the Gift Shop." Banksy film. Banksy was a graffiti artist. I guess during maybe the 90s. Actually, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on the 90s part. He may have been before then. This is the inside story of street art, a brutal, revealing account of what happens when fame, money, and vandalism collide. The Exit Through the Gift Shop follows the eccentric shopkeeper turned amateur filmmaker, and he attempts to capture many of the world's most infamous vandals on camera, only to have a British stencil artist named Banksy turn the camcorder back on his owner with wild, unexpected results. So, yeah, this seems like a pretty interesting documentary. It's sealed in package too, as you can see. DVD. I was as interested in this. I love documentaries, and it feels like I've seen this though. I'm not sure though. But this is just an interesting set. As you can see, it says disc 32. So this was like a series of these documentaries. So it's just interesting. But as you can see there, it's 99 cents. Goodwill. Pretty cool stuff. The next up, we'll start with the Blu-rays from... These are some Big Lot finds that I went in there one day and found some random stuff. I need to go back to Big Lots. I haven't been in probably a month or so, or maybe a month and a half. I need to go back so I can see if I can find, and see if they got any some new products in. But this one is called Walled In. Misha Barton, Cameron Bright, Deborah Linger. I don't know anything about this. 1993, 16 bodies were found entombed with the Mastraza, within the Mastraza building, a mysterious apartment complex built by one of the world's most renowned yet eccentric architects. The killer was never caught. 15 years later, newly graduated structural engineer Sam Walchak arrives to prepare the site for demolition, but the massive concrete crypt is entirely empty. Its halls are lined with secrets. Its rooms are filled with fear. This sounds pretty cool. This actually sounds pretty cool for a horror movie. I have to agree. Let me know what you guys think about this. Yeah, Misha Barton, pretty cool. The next one, the only other Blu-ray I got that day was called The Assassin. There's the back. It's the martial arts movie. It says celebrated Taiwanese master director Hugh Hisano. To screen tells the story of Yin Ying, a general's daughter kidnapped by a child and trained by a nun in the deadly art, only to be sent home on a bloody mission of revenge. Oh, how many movies are about that? Bloody revenge. Next up are the DVDs that I picked up. The Final Master. Gonna run through these kind of quick. This is the Final Master. $3 movie. This was from the writer of the Grand Master. There's the back side of it for you. Just one of these Hong Kong movies, I guess. It's either Hong Kong or it's a I never know where these movies come from, because they're either Hong Kong, they're made in Hong Kong, or they're made in they're Korean, South Korean, so I never know exactly where they come from. The next one up is pretty cool. It's called Detective D, Young Detective D, and Detective D and the Mystery. I don't know much about these. I think this is let me show you there. This is a 3-pack, 3-movie pack. The Four Heavenly Kings, Young Detective D, Rise of the Sea Dragon, and Mystery of the Phantom Flame. Mystery of the Phantom Flame. I guess they're live action. They look pretty interesting though. I like my I like my movies like this. They're pretty cool. We'll check them out one day here. 16:9 widescreen, all that stuff. I haven't been doing that today, but that's alright. I feel like I'm all over the place today. I apologize. It's my first movie video I've done in a while. Got other things on my mind, I guess. Next one's called War of the Dead. It's like a zombie movie. Looks pretty cool. This is E1 who made this. March 1941, Captain Martin Stone. It's a World War II. Looks like zombie horror movie. Did I show you the back of that? Looks pretty fun. Next one is called The Night Manager, Uncensored Edition. This is, I can't remember, it's Hugh Laurie and Tom Hiddleston. I guess this is a movie. I finally picked it up. I've seen it before. It may be something you can find on, might be able to find this actually on Blu-ray someplace, but I picked it up. I thought it sounded, I don't know. I like Hugh Laurie. Tom Hiddleston's alright. Not a big fan of the new Loki show, but it sounded interesting. We'll give it a try. But it's The Night Manager, a thrilling miniseries based on the John E. Carey's best-selling spy movie. I thought it was a TV show. I thought it was. And it follows the hotel manager Jonathan Pine, Tom Hiddleston, in his quest to bring down the international arms dealer Richard Roper, Hugh Laurie, after being recruited by the British intelligence officer and infiltrate Roper's inner circle. It looks like there's going to be some... Sounds pretty interesting. We'll definitely take a look at this. It's going to be a British show too, so The Night Manager, everybody. We'll check that out. Necessary Evil Supervillains of DC Comics. I guess this is a documentary. Looks pretty cool. Necessary Evil Supervillains of DC Comics. I found that. I thought the stuff I found today was just interesting. That's why I picked a few things up. Pretty cool looking little documentary here. Not a lot of information on the back here, but yeah, we'll give it a try. Pretty cool little looking documentary. Next one here is Gangsters, Guns, and Zombies. I don't know if I bought this before or not. I think I keep thinking I bought it before, but this is this actual time I bought it. But this is another zombie movie. I do like zombie movies. As far as this is from Macabre and or Macabre, whatever you want to, however you like to pronounce that. The Reservoir Dogs and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels with healthy dose of Dawn of the Dead. So sounds pretty fun. I definitely need to watch this. This should be pretty good. I like to have it on Blu-ray. If I ever run upon it on Blu-ray, we'll definitely be grabbing it on that. It looks like a lot of fun. Last two movies are just a couple of animations I picked up for $5 each. And what first one is DreamWorks Ants. I just like these white cases, and these look all right. They should be fun, but the other one, now the next one I picked up was called Chicken Run, and this is kind of nostalgic. A friend of mine that just passed away here recently, me and him went and seen this with another friend of mine that's no longer living as well. So it's kind of sad thinking about this, but I kind of picked this up thinking about those two. You know, we went to this. You know, we went to this movie one night, just kind of out of the blue. It's just a fun little movie. I can't really go into what we were doing when we went to the movie, so I don't want to talk about that online. But this is a fun movie. It reminds me of Friends. I hate to end on such a down note a little bit, but it's all right. We're good. But Chicken Run, DreamWorks. I love these. I like these white cases like this. A lot of the children's stuff do that, but I don't know. I just picked them up there, $5 each. I thought, well, I'll give them a try. I'll never probably own it on another format, so I'll get Chicken Run. I never had owned Chicken Run before. But so, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of my haul today? If you guys have any comments, this has not been a good video for me. For some reason, I'm not very on today. I apologize. I've just I just wasn't very inspired by this haul too much, except for that gangster set. That was a pretty cool set, and I just haven't been really into it today. I apologize, but yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, go over and check out my toy collecting page. For some reason here lately, I've just been kind of pumped up by buying the toys. It's new. I've been collecting movies for 25 years, so the toys are kind of new, and it's something new to do, and a new way to maybe go broke quicker. So we'll just you all guys have to go over and check out what I've been finding on Kentucky Fried Toy Collector. Go over there and like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to that page, and make sure you definitely subscribe to this page. This is Low IQ Media. This is the movie collecting page over here, and I would, and I appreciate you guys for watching today, and I will talk to you guys later.